Auburn will kick it off to get things started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So Arkansas's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Now adjusting. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. So Auburn's offense has the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Floating away. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the return, it's Harris. And stampeding through the defense. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Got out of trouble and throws. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Snaps it in the shotgun. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter.
And down he goes back at the 3.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The special teams proving worthy of their name. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Here comes the two-point try. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Horn. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Ready to fire from the pistol.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Harris. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about that special teams play? A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The play action fake. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looking for a block, it's Harris. Giving him his pads. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
46, Auburn, 0.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll bring it back. It's Harris. Ripping through the defense. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play?
Number 9, with return.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Is good.
So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown.
0.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Daly. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Arkansas, 53. Auburn, 0.
The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the stomping has commenced. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Coming out with it, it's Zimmerman. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. And he needed 1 yard, and he... The defense won the battle up front. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll bring it back. It's Harris. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Daly. Fires to the wideout. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Auburn sends out the punting unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Harris. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take it.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner goes down. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bringing it back, it's Harris. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just bam.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And the pummeling has started. And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Now rolling to the left. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Pockets, it's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Smashes ahead. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the route is on.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. And down he goes back at the 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. They're trying to get... It's another safety. They get their third one of this game.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Smashes through. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch them, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's